ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिक्सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरः ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां श्रीकण्ठाराध्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे श्री जगद्गुरु श्री रेणुकाचार्य मंगलं देहि प्रभो सदाशिवं शिवां स्कन्दं केशवं पद्मसंभवं नन्दीश्वरं कुम्भयोनिं भरद्वाजात्रिगौतमान् साम्ब शिवाय नमः साम्ब शिवाय नमः साम्ब शिवाय नमः. So day before yesterday we saw the prelogue to this stuti, wonderful stuti present in Sutta Samhita on Chidambara Nataraja. Just a quick recap. So we saw the dance of Chidambara Nataraja. He dances in the cosmic hall, Kanaka Sabha. The Sabha, that is the hall that he is dancing, is also golden, and he is also golden Purusha, Hiranmaya Purusha. And his right upper hand signifies creation with the Damaru. He creates the entire universe. With the Abhaya Mudra in the right lower hand, he protects the entire universe. And then with the left upper hand, with the fire, he destroys the universe. And then with his right leg, he does Tirobhavam. If you see, on the right leg is Apasmar. Apasmar, he is placing his leg on Apasmar, who represents complete ego and arrogance and ignorance. And then Anugraha. So with the left lower hand, and then he says, "Oh Jiva, please catch hold of my left foot and you will get liberation." So Panchakrityanyantaram Pancha Brahmatmakam Brihat. Pancha Brahma Upanishad says it is the doer of 5 activities, and he is beyond that also. Brahma Narayana, Rudra Maheshwara, Sadashiva, and then Paramashiva. So this stuti, it contains a lot of verses from the Rudram. Now, Rudram is mentioned everywhere. Everywhere Rudram is mentioned in the Puranas as a stuti for Parameshwara only and not anyone else. Very specific epithets are used in Rudram. The reason I am talking about Rudram is the Rudram verses from the second Anuvakam, third Anuvakam, and first Anuvakam comes in this stuti. Neela Griva comes 6 times in Rudram. Shiti Kanta comes 3 times in Rudram. Neela Griva means blue-necked, and Shiti Kanta means white-throated or blue-throated. Vilohita comes 3 times in Rudram. Neela Lohita comes once in Rudram. Bhagavaha, the only personality who is referred to as Bhagavan in the Vedas is Mahadeva. 35 times Atharvashira Upanishad refers to Paramashiva as Bhagavan. 35 times. And then in Rudram it mentions 8 times. It starts off saying Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Bhagavaha Shabdam is used for 8 times for Mahadeva in Rudram. Pashupati comes 3 times. Kapardi, he has matted locks of hair. That comes 5 times in Rudram. Asavyas Tamro Aruna Uta Babrusu Mangalaha. Asavyo Vasarpati Neela Krivo Vilohitaha. Aruna. One should meditate on Mahadeva in the middle of the sun. Adityam Bimba Madhyastam Raktamurtim Sadashivam. Sauramandala Madhyastam Sambam Samsara Veshadam Neelagrivam Virupaksham Namami Shivam Avyayam. Aruna is mentioned twice in Rudram. So it cannot be stolen and cannot be referred to any other gods, any other devatas like Brahma, Vishnu or Indra. It can be referred only to Mahadeva, and the Upanishads also glorify in that way only. The Puranas also do glorify, where Vishnu does Koti Rudra Japakatvena. Linga Purana says he does 1 crore japa of Rudram in Linga Puranam, and also many Puranas, Padma Puranam, Garuda Puranam, Kurma Puranam, Vamana Puranam, everywhere the Devas including Indra, Brahma and Vishnu do stuti for Mahadeva with the Rudram verses. Now going on, Atharvashira's Upanishad says Rudranam Shatasakasrani Japtani Bhavanti. One should recite the Rudram 1000 times. So one who recites the Atharvashira's Upanishad, it's equal to chanting the Rudram 10,000 times. It says, Kaivalya Upanishad says, Yak Shatarudriyamadite, so Agniputo Bhavati, Surapanat Puto Bhavati, Sa Brahmahatyayak Puto Bhavati, Sa Suvarnasteyat Puto Bhavati, Sa Kritya Krityat Puto Bhavati, Tasmad Avimuktamashkrito Bhavatyatya Sarvada Sakridva Japet, Anena Jnanamapnoti Samsararnava Nashanam, Tasmadevam Viditvainam Kaivalyam Padamashrute, Kaivalyam Padamashrute. It says, by chanting the Shatarudriyam, there are Mahapatakas for which there is no Prayaschittam. And some of them are thinking of another man's wife in a wrong way. And then consuming alcohol, stealing gold, and then murdering a Brahmana. So these are Mahapatakas. But all these sins can be perished by chanting the Shatarudriyam. That's how Kaivalya Upanishad ends. And there is one thing for which there is no Prayaschittam. In Skanda Purana, Vishnu says that to Aditya. There is no Prayaschittam for a person who insults Mahadeva. He has to rot in hell forever. For that alone, there is no Prayaschittam in the entire Shastras. The one who insults Mahadeva. Brihad Jabala Upanishad says, Shatarudrena mantrena basmod dulita vigraha. Basmod dulita vigraha. Where it comes in the Shiva Ashtotram, it comes Basmod dulita vigraha. Mahadeva is described as Basmod dulita vigraha, which means that he is completely with the basma all over his body. So like that, we have to decorate our body with the holy ashes, and then we have to recite the Shatarudra mantras. Basma jabala tatascha ekadasha gunarudro japaniyaha. One should recite the Rudram 11 times. Ekadasham. Eka means 1 and dasha means 10. 11 times one should recite the Rudram. And then jabala Atahainam brahmacharina uchuhu kim japen amritatvam bruti sahovacha yajnavalkyaha shatarudriyenetya atanyeva hava amritasya namani. Says Yajnavalkya, all the brahmacharis asked to Yajnavalkya Maharshi how to attain moksha, or how to attain that immortal state, amritatvam. Amritasya devadarano bhuyasam. Taittiriya Upanishad 141 says that Amritasya, that Deva who is represented as ultimate who is in the immortal state, that Deva should be worn as on our neck. Dharano means that talks about the Linga Dharanam. Taittiriya Upanishad 141, Nagalinga Gauru states that. And here in Jabala Upanishad, the brahmacharis state that ask Yajnavalkya Maharshi how to attain that immortal state, and then Shatarudriyam adite, chant the Shatarudra mantras to attain the immortal state. Yajnavalkya Maharshi replies. And we also know Yajnavalkya Maharshi is also the seer of the Ishavasya Upanishad. Now moving on, there are some references, interesting references also in the Mahabharatam. Krishna and Arjuna, they once again go to get the Pashupatastra. There is one reference in the Vanaparva where Arjuna gets the Pashupata Astra from Mahadeva, but later on he forgets the mantras. And then Krishna and Arjuna, both of them go to Kailasha. It says, Yoginam Paramam Brahma Vyaktam Brahma Vidam Nidim. That personality who is meditated by all the yogins and all the sages. He is that Param Brahma. He is that supreme reality. And then Krishna and Arjuna, they do stuti of Mahadeva. Namo Bhavaya Sharvaya Rudraya Varadaya Cha Pashunam Pataye Nityam Ugraya Cha Kapardine Mahadevaya Bhimaya Trayambakaya Cha Shambhave Ishanaya Bhagagnaya Namo Astvandaka Gatine Kumara Gurave Nityam Neelagrivaya Vedase Vilohitaya Dhumraya Vyadaya Naparajite Nityam Neela Shikandaya Shuline Divya Chakshushe. These are all these names comes in the Rudram. Krishna and Arjuna do stuti for having the vision of Mahadeva. Shambhave, Trayambaka, Bhima, Sharva, Ugra, Rudra, Varada, Ishana, Neelagriva. All these names come in the Rudram. Krishna and Arjuna do stuti for Mahadeva. And then Krishna says to Yudhishthira in Anushasana Parvam chapter 160, Hantate Katayishyami Namaskritva Kapardine. Once Durvasa Maharshi comes to Dwaraka, and then both Rukmini and Krishna serve Durvasa Maharshi. Durvasa Maharshi, as we know, is a partial manifestation, partial Amsha of Rudra, Rudra Amsha. And then Durvasa Maharshi, he is completely satisfied with Krishna's service, Krishna and Rukmini's service. And then he says, Yudhishthira once asks to Krishna, so like what did Durvasa Maharshi came there, right, to Dwaraka? So what did he share? Did he share any secrets? And then Krishna says, he gave the knowledge of Lord Shiva to Yudhishthira. He says, Hantate Katayishyami Namaskritva Kapardine. He talked about the glories of Mahadeva, and I want to share that with you, Yudhishthira. Before that, I will offer my obeisances to Kapardine. Namaskritva Kapardine. Kapardine. He uses the word Kapardine, which comes 5 times in Rudram. Matted, one who has the matted locks of hair. From that matted locks only, Veerabhadra appeared. And Prayatak, and then Krishna says, Prayatak Prataruttaya Yat Adiye Vishampate Pranjalik Shatarudriyam Tanme Nigatatak Shruno. Oh, Yudhishthira, listen to me. I every day recite the Shatarudriyam after I wake up in the morning by applying the holy ashes. Krishna says this to Yudhishthira in the Anushasana Parvam, chapter 160. Every day he recites after waking up early in the morning. And Nasti Kinchit Parambhutam Mahadeva Vishampate. He says, there is no one higher than Mahadeva. There is no one. He is the highest of the highest. Paratparam. Paraat Parataro Brahma. Tatparaat Parato Harihi. Tatparaat Parato Ishas Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. There is nothing that is higher than Mahadeva. And then Vedavyasa in Drona Parvam, he says, Vedachasya Samamnatam Shatarudriyam Uttamam Namna Chananta Rudreti Upastanam Mahatmanaha. In the Vedas, he says there is an excellent hymn called Shatarudriya that has been sung in the honor of Mahadeva, the infinite Samba Shiva. He says that in Drona Parva to Ashwattama. And Anushasana Parvam, Jeshta Samnacha Devesham Jagau Narayanastada Grinna Shankara Param Brahma Shatarudriyam Uttamam. When Upamanyu Maharshi worships Mahadeva, he only worships Mahadeva, and everyone comes along with Mahadeva. Parashakti, Vinayaka and Kartikeya are sitting on the lap of Parashakti and Paramashiva. Nandi is there. To the left of Mahadeva is Lakshmi and Narayana reciting Rudram verses, sitting on Garuda. And to the right of Mahadeva is Saraswati and Brahma reciting Rudram verses. That's what it says. Grinna Shankara Param Brahma Shatarudriyam Uttamam. Highest. Veda Saram, Vedanta Saram is Shatarudriyam. And in Skanda Purana, I don't remember the exact reference, but it says, there is one place where Mahadeva says to Parashakti, just by reciting the Shatarudriyam, one will get the benefit of reciting the 7 crore mantras, entire 7 crore mantras in the Vedas. One have to recite it with Basma all over his body and Tripundra mark. Parashara Upapuranam states that one will never get the fruits of whatever he does without reciting the mantras with Basma. If he recites the mantras without Basma on his body, there is no fruits that he will get. And moving on, this Rudram has been commented by great acharyas like Palkurki Somanath Acharya, our Skanda, dear Skanda, Velava, Vadivela, Subramanya, Kartikeya, Saravana, Muruga. He has given a commentary to Rudram in Shiva Ragasya Itihasam. He starts saying, Staumi Devam Sadabhakya Sambam Rudrartha Padyakaihi Kritanjali Raham Vande Bhakya Yuktas Tatadvija. I pray to the Supreme Divine Mother Parashakti and Paramashiva in order for me to convey the meaning of Shri Rudram. He says, I bow my hands with devotion. And then let's move on to the first verse. So the glories of Rudram are everywhere, guys, in the Upanishads, Puranas, like 100 times it is mentioned in the Puranas. Namaste Rudramanyava Uto Taishave Namaha. Namaste Astu Danvane Karabhyam Te Namo Namaha. Namaste Rudramanya. Oh Mahadeva, glories to your anger. Now a doubt comes. How can the Supreme Reality get angry? And we should never ever compare Mahadeva's anger with ours. His anger is divine. This is where our dear Shrikanta Acharya comes to our rescue. He raises an objection because he knew these kind of questions will be asked by stupid people in the future. So that's why he raised this objection in the first chapter, 4th pada, 29th verse. He raises this objection. Like how can the Supreme Reality get angry? And then he gives a reply saying that Mahadeva voluntarily assumes these forms to punish the wicked. To punish the wicked, he assumes these forms, and he doesn't have any relationship with his worldly attributes. That's why it says, Shvetashvatara Maharshi says, Vishwadipo Rudro Maharshihi. He is beyond the universe. 2 times this verse comes. Chapter 3, verse 4. Chapter 4, verse 12. Yo Devanam Prabhavaschodbhavascha Vishwadipo Rudro Maharshihi. Vishwadiko Rudro Maharshihi, Mahanarayana Upanishad states, he is beyond the universe. He has nothing to do with this universe. But he assumes these voluntarily forms to punish the wicked and save his devotees. And we can see some of these examples. Markandeya hugs the Shivalinga completely. He says to Yama, no one can do anything to me. When Yama tries to put the noose on Markandeya, nothing, I am the devotee of Mahadeva. You cannot do anything to me. And then he will put the noose, Yama will put the noose on Markandeya and the Shivalinga. Mahadeva will appear resplendently from that. Hiranyaya Namaha, Hiranyalingaya Namaha. That Hiranya Purusha will appear from the Hiranyalinga and he will kick Yama with his left foot. And then there is a Maharshi called Shweta Maharshi, mentioned in the Linga Puranam, chapter 30. There also Yama comes to take away the life of Shweta Maharshi, and then Mahadeva, Sambashiva, Triambakeshwara, Nilakanta. He sings, Shweta Maharshi sings, and then Mahadeva appears again. He punishes Yama. In order to save the devotees, he comes, and then we are aware of the Daksha sacrifice which is present in the 36 Puranas. Daksha invited everybody from the blade of a grass till Vishnu. He invited Vishnu, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Brahma, everybody he invited, but he failed to invite Parashakti and Paramashiva. And Yajnam, the sacrifice will not get over until Mahadeva is invited. That's why Mahadeva is glorified in the Rigvedam and Samavedam also as the king of sacrifices. Avo Rajana Madvarasya Rudragam Hotaragam Satyayajagam Rodasyoho Agnim Puratana Yatnara Chittat Hiranya Rupa Mavase Kranudvam. That Hiranyamaya Purusha, Hiranya Rupa, is the king. Raja, Avo Raja, is the king of the sacrifices. Palkurki Somanatacharya takes this. So without inviting him, Daksha should have done otherwise. He should have invited only Parashakti and Paramashiva and ignored everybody. But he did the opposite. And finally, Veerabhadra had to cut his head. Mahadeva, he pulls one of his hair lockets and then creates Veerabhadra and then orders him to destroy the Daksha Yajna. And it's very beautiful. Mahadeva is stringing his bow. He's pulling the string of the bow. He's holding his bow and he's pulling the string of the bow until his ears, about to leave the arrow. That's why it says, Bahubhyam, obeisances to your anger, obeisances to the bow in your hand, obeisances to the arrow in your hand, obeisances to the arrows that you have behind your back. And then all the devas are trembling in fear. And then they do stuti of Rudram, Shatarudryam. Again, this comes in the Anushasana Parvam, 125th chapter. Krishna recites the knowledge that he got from Durvasa Maharshi about Shiva to Yudhishthira. And then he says all the devas were trembling, including Indra, Brahma and Vishnu, and they were reciting Shatarudryam, and then Mahadeva was satisfied. And we see many other examples, like we saw an example in the Shankara Samhita, Matsya Kurma Varahamischa Narasimha Trivikramau Hatva Netrecha Vinasya Kamatasyasti Karkasham Varahasya Damshtracha Nrisamhasya Tvachamtata Trivikramasya Prishtasti Grihitva Puravayam. He destroys the ahankara of all the devas. Brahma, as Kala Bhairava, he cuts the 5th head of Brahma and destroys the ahankara of Brahma. Indra thinks that he is superior to Mahadeva. And then Mahadeva, he releases a fireball from his 3rd eye. And Indra runs in fear, oh Mahadeva, please save me. And then Brihaspati comes to his rescue. Brihaspati is not able to stop the firewall. That's not what I meant. He falls at the feet of Mahadeva. And Mahadeva finally rescues Indra. And And then in this way he destroys the Ahankara. And then we saw this verse from Shankara Samhita where Matsya, he pulls the eyes of Matsya. Varaha, he breaks the tusk of Varaha. He takes away the shell of Kurma and destroys the Ahankara of Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, incarnations of Vishnu. And then Narasimha, he pulls the skin of Narasimha. That's why Mahadeva is described as Nrisimha Charmambaradara. Nrisimha, Vishnu, that is Narasimha, Charma, skin, Ambaradara, the skin of, the wearer of the one who is wearing the skin of Narasimha as a garment. This is mentioned in the Stutis also, where Mahadeva is beautifully described in Kurma Purana, Brahmanda Purana and Varaha Purana. There also it describes that Mahadeva is wearing the skin of the man lion, that is Nrisimha. And Shiva Puranam, Linga Puranam, Skanda Puranam also details the story of Sharabha engaging in a fight with Narasimha. And then Narasimha does Stuti to Sharabha. He says, Narasimha wants to destroy the entire universe. He is not able to control his anger because he has that animal tendency within him, half man, half animal. And then Veerabhadra says to Narasimha when he was in Ahankara, everything beginning with you. Tvad adi stamba paryantam rudra shakti vijrumbitam. Everything from the blade of a grass. Stamba. Again, we have to understand this properly. Just by changing the one word in Sanskrit, the meaning will change. Stamba. Using the second ba, when you use the second ba, it means a pillar. That's why we say Mahadeva came as an Agni Stamba in front of Brahma and Vishnu and destroyed their Ahankara. But here the meaning is Stamba, the first ba. When you use the first ba, it means the blade of a grass. So, Tvat Adi Stamba Paryantam Rudra Shakti Vijrambitam. From you, O Vishnu, from you till the blade of a grass, everything is under the control of Parashakti and Paramashiva. And then Narasimha sings a stuti. It comes in the Shiva Mahapurana. O Manyu, Paratpara, Nilagriva, Trilochana, Shitikanta, Kapardi, Nilagriva. Nilakanta, he uses the verses from Rudram to glorify Mahadeva, and then Mahadeva is pacified. So like that, he voluntarily takes these anger personified forms to destroy the Ahankara of the Devas and wicked people. So that's why the Mahadeva's anger is glorified in the Vedas. Going on, our dear Skanda has given a very beautiful Dhyana Shloka for this Anuvakam, in the Rudram. In every Anuvakam, he gives a Dhyana Shloka, very beautiful. Bhaktanam Sugamam Maha Gaharanam Lokadi Patyapradam Rajñam Chanamatam Prasada Sumukam Shri Kashyapārāditam Yodakaram Uma Sahayam Achirada Karna Krishtesharam Chape Bhaswati Sandadanam Anisham Rudram Yuvanam Bhaje. I contemplate on the youthful Mahadeva, youthful Rudra, youthful Sambashiva along with Uma Sahayam. Where does it come? Kaivalya Upanishad. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabham Trilochanam Neelakantam Prashantam Gyatva Munirgachyati Bhutayonam Samastasakshim Tamasak Parasthat. Very important verse. Believe it or not, guys, it is quoted by Shrikantacharya 14 times. 14 times he has quoted that in his Brahmasutra Bhashyam. Our Shripati Panditaradhya, who comes in the Panditatrayam, Shripati Panditaradhya quotes that 33 times in the Rudram. So it's very, very important verse because it describes the divine qualities of that supreme reality. Uma Sahayam, who is eternally with Parashakti. Parameshwaram Prabham, who is the supreme Ishvara. Trilochanam, who is three-eyed. Neelakantam, who is blue-necked. Very, very important verse. One should definitely memorize this. And moving on to the verse that Skanda has described, our dear Parashakti and Paramashiva. And presenting himself as a soldier with an arrow fixed on his shining bow drawn to the earth. See, very beautiful. He describes Mahadeva holds the bow and he pulls the string of the and the arrow until his ear. And Parashakti is placing her hand on the shoulders. This is the way how we have to meditate on Parashakti and Paramashiva for this Anuvakam. Our Skanda says that the Lord contemplated in this form by sage Kashyapa appears with a pleasing face, suggesting favorable disposition towards those who propitiate him. And he removes all the sins and again also grants liberation. And then going on to the second verse, Yate Rudra Shiva Tanu Shanta Tasyai Namo Namaha. Yate Rudra Shiva Tanu Shanta Tasyai Namo Namaha. It says, obeisances to your, pranams to your fierce forms and also to your Saumya forms. Saumya means beautiful. And also his fierce forms. That's why Aghora mantra says, Aghore ebhyo tagore ebhyo ghora ghora tarebhyaha gora gora. Gora means fierce. Aghora means Saumya. Nowadays Aghora means people run away by hearing the word itself, but Aghora actually means Saumya, beautiful. We see how Vishnu meditates on the beautiful 5-year, the beautiful child form of Mahadeva in the Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 105th chapter. He says, Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram Vibhujam Shivam Varadam Dakshino Haste Vamecha Abhayadam Vibhum. He has the Varadam Dakshino Haste. He is giving the boons with his right hand, and then he also Abhayadam Vibhum. He gives the protection from his left hand, and then he is crystal white in color, camphor white in color. Trinetram, with 3 beautiful eyes. Many Saumya Rupams are there. Ardhanari Rupam, Natraja Rupam, Sundareshwara Rupam, Kalyana Sundara Murti Rupam, and then Gora forms are also there, where Gora like Sharaveshwara, Kala Bhairava, and then Mahakali also comes from the hair locket of Mahadeva, and then Veerabhadra also. So these are all the fierce forms of Mahadeva. So obeisances to your Saumya Rupa and Gora Rupa. And then Namostu Neelagrivaya Sagasrakshaya Te Namaha. Namostu Neelagrivaya. We saw Neelagrivaya, very beautiful. Neelagriva, as I mentioned before, it comes 6 times in the Rudram. Asavyo vasarpati Neelagrivo vilohitaha. Namo astu Neelagrivaya sagasrakshaya midushe. Twice in the first Anuvaka. Namo Neelagrivaya cha shitikantaya cha namakkapardine cha vyuptakeshaya cha. Once in the 5th Anuvaka. Neelagriva shitikanta asharva atah kshamachara. Neelagriva shitikanta divagam rudra upashritaha. Ye vruksheshu saspinjara Neelagriva vilohitaha. 3 times in the 11th Anuvakam. 6 times, very specific epithet. It also comes in the Lagunyasam. Neelagrivam shashankankam. Naga Yajñopavitinam. Naga Yajñopavitinam. The Naga itself is a sacred thread, and also he is Neelagriva, who is blue necked. And we saw that beautiful story from the various Puranas why he is called as Neelagriva. He comes and drinks the Halahala poison. Everything, no one is able to. The Devas are running hither and thither when the poison came. Indra is not able to do anything, and all the Devas go to Brahma and see Satyalokam is completely destroyed. And then they go to Vaikuntham and they see everything is destroyed. Vaikuntham also is destroyed. Vishnu is also destroyed. Vishnu in the sense like Vishnu turned black in color. And then all the Devas, they go to Mahadeva. Mahadeva is the ultimate protector of everything. And they do a stuti. Lingameva paramjnanam, lingameva paramtapaha, lingameva parodharmo, lingameva paragatihi, tasmalingat parataram, yachchakinchinna vidyate. There is nothing apart from Parashakti and Paramashiva. We surrender to you, and they meditate on Parashakti and Paramashiva in the hearts, in their hearts. And then this is present in that Vaikuntham was also destroyed and Vishnu turned black is present in Brahmanda Puranam chapter 25, Vayu Puranam chapter 54, Skanda Puranam. In chapter 9 and 10 of the first canto, there is Maheshwara Kandam, within that Kedara Kandam. And then in Matsya Puranam also, it is present in chapter 250. So, after drinking the Halahala poison, he became Neelagriva. And then Sagasraksha. Namo Neelagrivaya Sagasrakshaya Te Namaha. Again, Sagasraksha means 1,000-eyed. We see Sagasrashirisha Purushaha, Sagasrakshas Sagasrapat. He is 1,000-eyed and 1,000 hands and 1,000 feet. Which means that 1,000 means not 1,000. Vishpatas Chakshuruta Vishpato Muko Vishpato Hasta Uta Vishpataspa Sambahubhya Namati Sampatatraid Dyava Prithvi Janayandeva Ekastanme Manashiva Sankalpamastu. Entire universe is present as his eyes. Entire universe is present as his hands, feet, legs, everything. So Sagasraksha means that 1,000 there are we should not just consider as 1,000. The entire universe is his eyes. Vishvaksham. And then it comes 3 times. अवतत्यद अनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते नमो सहस्राक्षाय च शततन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय. It comes 3 times like this in the Rudram. And then Sagasrapanaye tubhyam namo medushthamayate. Sagasrapanaye, which means that he has 1,000 hands again. We saw that in the Purusha Suktam. Purusha Suktam, the Rishi is Vishnu or Narayana. The Devata is Purusha. And Purusho Vai, who is that Purusha? Purusho Vai Rudraha. Sarvo Vai Rudraha. That ultimate reality is Mahadeva. That's why the Gayatri mantra also says Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudrak Prachodayat. And then we saw there is a beautiful Vakyam also in the Purusha Suktam. Purusha Evedagum Sarvam. It says that Veda Purusha is present as everything. And who is that Veda Purusha? Who is Sarva? Purusho Vai Rudraha, Sarvo Vai Rudraha. So it shows who is present as everything separately and who is that Veda Purusha in the Mahanarayana Upanishad. So that Purusha Suktam itself is a glorification of Mahadeva only. Sagasrapanaye tubhyam namo medushthamayate. So when I mentioned Rishi and the Devata is Purusha, Narayana conceives, meditates on that Purusha, ultimate Purusha, Mahadeva, and then he experiences horripilation by looking at the divine Mahadeva. And that's why he is called as Rishi. He looks at there is Drik Drishya, the seer and the seen. The seer is Narayana. The seen is Paramashiva. That is who is the ultimate reality. So that's why Rishi and Devata. We have a Rishi and Devata for every Anuvakam in Rudram. And I forgot to mention that for the first Anuvakam, for the first 2 stotras in the first Anuvakam, it is Atreya Maharshi. That is Atri Maharshi is actually the Rishi or the seer. And then Namostu Nilagrivaya Sahasrakshayate Namaha Sahasrapanaye Tubhyam Namo Medushthamayate. Medushthamaya, who is the grantor of all the desires. You don't need to worship anybody. Shiva Eko Dhyayaha Shivam Karaha. He is the one personality who should be meditated upon in the hearts. अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे वेश्मदखरं यदिदं मुने पुण्डरीकं तु तन्मध्ये आकाशो दखरोऽस्ति तत् स शिवः सच्चिदानन्दः सोन्वेष्टव्यो मुमुक्षुभिः अयं हृदि स्थितः साक्षी. Panchabrahmopanishad ends by saying this. The same verse comes in the Brahma Gita 6th chapter when the Chandogya Upanishad Vivaranam is done. In the Brahma Gita, every Upanishad is explained in detail how it is actually glorifying Mahadeva. Suta Maharshi beautifully describes that. And the verses 1 and 2 talk about the same verse that comes in the Panchabrahma Upanishad comes exactly in the verses 1 and 2 of the 6th chapter in the Brahma Gita. Which means one should meditate on Mahadeva in the heart. Krit Pundarikam Virajam Vishuddham. So like that, Dakhram Vipapam Parame Eshvabhutam Yat Pundarikam Paramadhya Saggamstam. It's present in the hearts of the living entities. And also in the Devas, in the hearts of the Devas. Devanagam Hridagebhyo, Rudram says. 9th Anuvakam. And then moving on, Kapardine Namastubhyam Kala Rupaya Te Namaha. He is described as Kapardi. Kapardi comes 5 times. Vijyam Danuk Kapardino Vishalyopana Bagam Uta Namak Kapardine Chavyupta Keshaya Cha Namak Kapardine Chapolastaye Chanamo Imagam Rudraya Tapase Kapardine Ekshagadviraya Prabara Mahematam Ye Bhutanam Adipatayo Vishikasa Kapardinaha. This we saw how Krishna actually says, oh, I bow unto Kapardi and I will start my lecture on describing Mahadeva. Kapardi, matted locks of hair. From that matted locks of hair only came Veerabhadra. It is Kapardi name. The Kaparda name comes in the 1st Anuvakam, 5th Anuvakam, 9th Anuvakam, 10th Anuvakam, 11th Anuvakam for Mahadeva. And he just throws one of his matted locks and then creates Veerabhadra and asks him to destroy Daksha Yajna. Just see guys how powerful the matted locks of hair of Mahadeva is. He just threw one of his matted locks and put it down, and then he created Veerabhadra out of it. And then he ordered Veerabhadra to destroy the Daksha Yajna. He destroyed everybody. Pusha Danta Bide Namaha. He took away the teeth of Pusha. Bhaga Netra Bide Namaha. He took away the eyes of Bhaga and also Bhrigu. And then he cut the nose of Saraswati. And the moon, Chandra, is known for his resplendence, shining. he lost his resplendence, he lost his aura. And then Vishnu tried to kill Veerabhadra by releasing his Sudarshana Chakra. There are two stories mentioned that Veerabhadra swallowed the Sudarshana Chakra. That is one story, and the other story is the Sudarshana Chakra hit Veerabhadra and broke into pieces. No one can stop a Shiva Gana. Even Brahma, Vishnu and Indra cannot do so. It describes. And so that Veerabhadra comes from one of the hair lockets of Mahadeva. Kapardi, 5 times it comes in the Rudram. And then there is a Dhyana Mantram again given by Skanda for the second stotram in the first Anuvakam. Let's see that before moving on. Ekam Godana Vardhanam Pranamatam Shri Kashyapārāditam Shambhum Smera Mukambujam Trinayanam Balendu Gangadaram Shri Shailendra Suta Sahayam Amalam Basmora Galankritam Sarvesham Jagatam Adisham Anisham Vyayet Pashunam Patim. He says, O Mahadeva, who is eternally with the Shaila Surendra Suta Sahayam. The one who is eternally with the daughter of the Himavan. We saw Uma Sahayam in the previously he would have described Uma Sahayam. Here he describes as Shaila Sutendra Shri Shailendra Suta Sahayam. The daughter of the mountains is eternally with you, sitting in your left lap and also accompanying you everywhere. Who has a smiling lotus face and has 3 eyes, bearing a crescent moon and Ganga, and is adorned with the holy ashes, Basmo Dulita Vigraha, and also the serpents, Naga Yagnyopa Vitina, Nagendra Haraya, Vahanam Vrishavoyasya Vasukih Kantapushanam. So he has the snakes, Naga Yagnyopa Vitina, the sacred thread. Usually the sacred thread is worn by Indra, Brahma and Vishnu, but Mahadeva doesn't have a proper sacred thread. Why? Naga Yagnyopa Vitinam, the sacred thread is present as the snake for, the snake is actually present as the sacred thread for Mahadeva. Unique. Our Mahadeva is unique completely. And the Lord is worshipped by Kashyapa in this form. Moving on. Kapardine Namastubhyam Kala Rupaya Te Namaha. Kala Rupaya. We saw he is the Kala Kala, Mahakala, Kantakala. He is the giver of death to Kala Deva. Now Kala is the in charge of, he is the Mrityu Deva. He takes away the life. He is called as Dharma Raja. Why? He takes away the life that moment. Whenever a Jiva is supposed to die, he takes away the life at that moment. Mrityu Deva is behind our back only. We don't know when he will attack us. At that time, he will correctly take away the life. But that was not the case in Markandeya Maharshi's life. He hugged the Shivalinga and then he became Kala Kala. Oh Yama, he kicked the chest of Yama with his left foot. He became Kala Kala. He became the death for Kala. Kala Rupaya. Kala Kala, Mahakala, Kantakala. Namaste Chatta Shastraya Namaste Shulapanaye. Chatta Shastraya. What does it mean? He has many weapons. Even the beautiful 5-faced form of Mahadeva, it is described everywhere in the Shastras, Puranas, Itihasas, Upanishads and also in the Agamas. It describes with the right, he has Dashabhujam, right? 5 faces and 10 hands. In the right hands he has the Abhaya Mudra and he has the Trishula, Vajra and then axe, Parashu and then a sword, Chandrahas. On in the left hands he has a noose, Pasham, Pashupati Pasham. He has the Pasham in one hand and then serpent. He has a snake. He has an elephant goad. He has a weapon and then he has a bell, ringing bell, and then he has the fire to destroy the universe. This is how one should meditate on Mahadeva. And he has the weapons. That's why it says Chatta Shastraya Namaste Shulapanaye. He has the Trishula. Hiranyapanaye Tubhyam Hiranyapataye Namaha. We have seen enough about Hiranmaya. He is described as Hiranya, Hiranmaya, Rukma, Suvarna, Hema in the Upanishads. All of them mean golden in color. Ponnar meniyane pulitolai anindavane. Kanakasabha. Sundaramurti Nayanar says, who I will think of apart from the personality who is wearing the tiger skin and who has a golden complexion, who I will think of apart from him in my mind. So Hiranyapataye and our dear Nagalinga Garu quotes from the Manusmriti, the last 12th chapter, 122nd verse. He says, Prashasitaram sarvesham aniyamsam anor api. See, aniyamsam anor api. We saw that. Aniyasam aniyamsam brihadyascha brihattaram. Narayana describes Mahadeva and Parashakti after meditating for 66,000 years. He looks at Mahadeva and then he describes one who is the smallest of the smallest and the largest of the largest appears in front of him along with Parashakti. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan atma guhayam nihitosya jantoho. Shvetashpatra Upanishad and Kathopanishad. He is the smallest of the smallest and largest of the largest. And also in the Rudram, if I am not wrong, Brihate cha Varshigase. But before that, Hrasvaya cha Vamanaya cha Namo. Hrasvaya cha, he is small. He is in the size of a thumb. Angushta matraha, smallest of the smallest. Vamanaya cha Namo. Brihate cha Varshigase cha Namo. Fifth Anuvakam. Brihate is the largest of the largest. And then moving on, I didn't complete this verse. The 12th chapter, 122nd verse of Manusmriti. Aniyamsam anorapi rukmabam. One should meditate on that golden Purusha who is smaller than the smallest and larger than the largest, and one will get rid of the repeated cycles of birth and death. Manusmriti ends by saying this. And then he pervades the entire created beings in 5 forms. 12.124 of Manusmriti says, Esha sarvani bhutani panchabir vyapya murtibihi. That's why you say everything is 5, right? Our fingers are 5. The fingers in the hands are 5. The fingers in the legs are 5. We say Pancha Bhuta, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Agniriti Basma, Vayuriti Basma, Vyometi Basma, Stalamiti Basma, and then Jalamiti Basma. So, like earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And everywhere Mahadeva is represented. As earth, he represents Ekambaranatha. As fire, he represents Arunachaleshwara. As water, he represents Jambukeshwara. As Vayu, he represents Jnana Prasanambika Sameta Kalahastishwara Namaha. And finally, as Akasha, he represents Chidambara Nataraja. And one should meditate on that Samba Shiva in the Hridaya Akasha. Shambhura Akasha Madhye. Atharvashika. Shambhura Akasha Madhye. Meditate on that Mahadeva who represents the Akasha. And then Hiranmayam, and then many other Upanishads talking about Hiranya. Namo Hiranya Bhagave, Hiranya Varnaya, Hiranya Rupaya, Hiranya Patage, Ambika Patage, Uma Patage, Pashupatage, Namo Namaha, Mahanarayana Upanishad. Hiranmaye Pare Koshe, Mundaka Upanishad. Yada Pashyaha Pashyate, Rukmavarnam, Kartaram Isham, Purusham, Brahmayonim, Tada, Vidvan, Punyapape, Viduya, Niranjanaha, Paramam Samyam Upaiti. One who meditates, Mundaka Upanishad, 3rd canto, 1st chapter, 3rd verse, Rukma Varnam, one who meditates on that golden Purusha, who is the Kartaram Isham, he is the Lord, he is the Karta of the Kartas, Ekah Karta, Tvamihi Sarvasya Shambho. Ahameva Jagat Karta, Mama Karta, Maheshwaraha. Narayana says to Vyasa, Ahameva Jagat Karta, I am the Karta of this universe, but Mama Karta Maheshwaraha, the creator of me, is Parashakti and Paramashiva. So, Sarva Karana Karana, Kartaram Isham, Purusham, Brahma Yonim. Where does Brahma Yonim come? In Kaivalya Upanishad. Krit Pundarikam Virajam Vishuddham Vichintya Madhye Vishadam Vishokam Achintyam Avyaktam Anantarupam Shivam Prashantam Amritam Brahma Yonim. This is how you have to understand the Upanishads. Upanishads completely talk only about Mahadeva. He is the only personality who is glorified. We just need some proper understanding. Tada Vidvan Punya Pape Viduya. He goes beyond the Punya Papa. Again, this is present in the Kaivalya Upanishad. Na punya pape mama nasti nasho na janmadehe indriya buddhirasti. One who meditates on Mahadeva and then one who has planned to attain Mahadeva. Mahadeva, I don't want anything else apart from you alone. Then he goes beyond virtues and sins. Papa means sins. Punya means virtue. You are not bound by Punya Papa. You go beyond that. Renukacharya, when he appeared, he was not. He did not take a human birth. He appeared as a resplendent, shining young boy from the Shiva Linga, as a 25-year-old youth in Satya Yuga. And he was in that same way only. He never got old. He was not bound by birth, old age, or disease or death. From Satya Yuga till Kali Yuga, he was in that same as a 25-year-old person only. So he was a Shiva Gana, eternal Shiva Gana in Mahakailasha or Parakailasha. Tada Vidvan Punya Pape Viduya Niranjanaha Paramam Samyam Upaiti. You get the Sarupyam of Mahadeva by meditating on that golden Purusha, who is the source of Brahma, Brahma Yonim. Going beyond the repeated cycles of birth and death, and also going beyond Punya Papa. And then Hiranmaye Parekoshe Virajam Brahma Nishkalam. Hiranmaye Mundaka Upanishad again it says. And then Ishavasya Upanishad. Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasya Vigitam Mukam Tatvam Pushan Apavrano Satya Dharmaya Dishtaye. Hiranmayena Patrena. The golden effulgence that is coming out of your body, oh Mahadeva, I want to see your beautiful face. Satyasya Vigitam Mukam. Who is completely with Kalyana like Gunangal, like the divine spiritual qualities you have. And that's what we saw in the previous Stuti, Nataraja Stuti that I shared with you guys. Vishnu meditates initially. What he saw? He saw a lamp. And then Shiva said, your knowledge is not complete, O Vishnu. And then he does Bhasma Snana. Tato Bhakshayishye. Tato Bhakshayeti. Tato Bhakshayeti Basma Harimaha Harastataha Bhakshayishye Shivam Basma Snatvaham Basmanapura. Padma Puranam, 5th canto, 105th chapter, 223rd verse. And also it is present in the Brihajabala Upanishad, 6th canto, 7th verse. Where Vishnu says, I will do Basma Snanam. Completely bathing with the holy ash and eating the sacred ash. In Tamil Nadu, there is a habit of putting a little bit of tinge of vibhuti in the mouth, apart from applying in the forehead and decorating one's body with the holy ashes. That habit comes from our dear Vishnuji, who eats the sacred ash like food. Padma Purana and Brihajabala Upanishad says that. So one should meditate, and then after that, doing that, he meditates on Mahadeva in his heart. He sees a divine form, beautiful form of Mahadeva, and then his knowledge becomes complete. That Mahadeva, that Samba Shiva Murti is behind that Jyoti. The Jyoti represents his all-pervasiveness. This just meditating on the Jyoti, our knowledge is incomplete. There is a personality behind the Jyoti, and that is Mahadeva. And then Ishavasya Upanishad, we saw that, right? And then that mantra, 15th mantra in the Ishavasya Upanishad is present in the same, mantra is present in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, 5th canto, 15th chapter, 1st verse. And Chandogya says, Hiranyashmashru Keshaha. Oh, your nails are golden. Oh, your hair is golden. Apranasvat sarva eva suvarnaha. Chandogyam 166, 1st canto, 6th chapter, 6th verse. Apranasvat sarva eva suvarnaha. Everything is golden. The Kanaka Sabha, the hall he is dancing is also golden. Mahadeva. Chandogya Upanishad. We saw Chandogyam Brihadaranyakam. And then we saw Kena says, Umam Haimavati. Parashakti is also golden in color. And Taittiriya says, Hiranmaya Purushaha. Saya Esho Antar Hritaya Akashaha Hiranmaya Purushaha. Meditate on that Hiranmaya Purusha, the golden Mahadeva in the heart. Like that we have very beautiful references. Bhasma Jabala, this is one of my favorite. It says, Vyatva Sambam Mam Eva Vrishabharudam Hiranyabahum Hiranyavarnam Hiranyarupam Pashupasha Vimochakam Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupam Sagasraksham Sagasrashirisham Sagasracharanam Vishwatobaham Vishwatmanam Nishkalam Nishkriyam Shantam Shivamaksharam Avyayam. Mahadeva gives the knowledge to how to meditate on him. Vyatva Sambam, Adi Parashakti and Paramashiva together. Mam Eva Vrishabharudam, on the bull. Hiranyabahum, my hands, and completely I am golden in color. Hiranya Rupam, Pashupasha Vimochakam, one who cuts the pasha and gives us liberation. Liberation is true, liberation is actually eternal service to the lotus feet of Mahadeva. Purusham Krishna Pingalam, Veda Mantram, Ritakam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam, Urdvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupam Namam Yaham. Very specific epithet of Lord Shiva we saw in the Sutta Samhita Brihaspati Shivastuti, Krishna Pingalam. Very specific epithet used all over the Shastras only for Mahadeva. It comes in the Shiva Sahasranamam also. It comes only in the Shiva Sahasranamam. We saw that day also. It doesn't come in the Ganesha Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, Skanda Sahasranamam. Only in Shiva Sahasranamam. 903rd name of Lord Shiva is Krishna Pingalam, Virupaksham, Sagasraksham, Sagasrashirisham. Where does it come? Purusha Suktam. So this is how it exactly matches. Shivam Aksharam Avyayam. It also says golden. And like that, there are many references, guys. We can keep going on. golden complexion. Mahadeva is described as golden everywhere in the Shastras. And then Hiranyapataye, Namaste Vriksharupaya Harikeshaya Te Namaha. He is present as the form of trees. And Harikeshaya. Now Harikeshaya also refers to the hair of Mahadeva, golden hair. Also it can mean the green foliage leaves, the green leaves that you see on the trees. It can also mean that. That is also the divine Mahadeva. And Rudram explains, as we already know, it explains everything is the divine Mahadeva. Now everything is Mahadeva means, okay fine, I am also Lord Shiva. No, that is not the understanding. Devanagam Kradagebhyo. And Vishwadipo Rudro Maharshi. The true understanding is I am the servant of Mahadeva. We cannot claim that I am everything. He can claim that. We cannot claim that. So that's Mahadeva, that personality Mahadeva who is present in the Parakailasha is present everywhere. But we are not. We cannot claim that. So, Pashunam, Vriksharupaya Harikeshaya Te Namaha, Pashunam Pataye Tubhyam, Patinam Pataye Namaha. Pashupati comes 3 times. Vrikshebhyo Harikeshebhyo Namak. Vrikshebhyo Harikeshebhyak Pashunam Pataye Namo Namo Namak Sarvaya Cha Pashupataye Cha Namo Namak Shangaya Cha Pashupataye Cha Namo. 3 times. Pashunam Pataye. 3 times. Pashupati comes twice and Pashunam Pati comes once in Rudram. Everything is Pashu, from the blade of a grass till Vishnu. Astyaivananda Koshena Stambanta Vishnu Purvakaha. 29th verse of Katarudra Upanishad says, everything from the blade of a grass, Stamba, as here, it doesn't mean pillar, as I mentioned before. It is the first ba. Second ba means pillar. First ba means blade of a grass. Stambanta. From the blade of a grass till Vishnu, everything derives pleasure. Ananda Koshena. Everything derives pleasure. And everything is under the control of Parashakti and Paramashiva. And everything is bound to destruction from the blade of a grass till Vishnu. Only Parashakti and Paramashiva are eternal. Pashupati. Pashu. Everything from the blade of a grass till Vishnu is Pashu. But the Lord of Pashus is that Mahadeva, Pashupati. And then Patinam Pataye Namaha. Patinam means here we have to understand it's not Pati, it's like the second tha. As I mentioned before, Pati means the first tha, if it is used, it means the Lord or husband. But here the second tha is used and the line is on the right side, Pati, which means the Margas. Different Margas are there. Bauddha, Jaina, Charvaka, Shakta, Vaishnava, Kaumara, Ganapatya, Saura. But all these things ultimately lead you to Mahadeva only. All the jnanam, all the knowledge, Ishanak Sarva Vidyanam. He is the giver of all knowledge. All the knowledge comes from him only, not otherwise. But everyone cannot understand Mahadeva. So people who take these paths, in course of time, after taking multiple janmas, after attaining purity, they will come to the fold of Shaivam. He is the giver of all margas, but ultimately Shaivam alone leads you to the ultimate liberation, going back to Parakailasha and serving Mahadeva eternally. Once you go there, Nacha punaravartate, Nacha punaravartate. There is no coming back, there is no coming back. Anavrittish Shabdat, Anavrittish Shabdat. 4.4.22. 4th chapter, 4th pada, 22nd sutra in the Brahma Sutras. And for that, both Shripati Pandita and Shrikanta Acharya they have mentioned about Shiva Loka. The shining, resplendent Shiva Loka. Even Shripati Pandita mentions about the Shiva Loka. Which is beyond the lokas of Brahma, Vishnu, Skanda, Devi. It is beyond everything, and there is nothing that is equal to it. Once attaining that, there is no coming back. Nacha punaravartate, Nacha punaravartate. Pushtanam pataye tubhyam, kshetranam pataye namaha. Pushtanam, wealthy. Pushti means wealthy. He is the Lord of all the wealthy people. How we have to understand this? Indra attains prosperity by the grace of Shiva. Vishnu acquired Lakshmi and attaining the post of Vaikuntha, Aishwaryam from Mahadeva. Brahma also attains prosperity by the grace of Mahadeva. So these are all wealthy people. And Pataye, Pushtanam Pataye Namaha. So he is the Lord of these 3 personalities, Indra, Brahma and Vishnu. Indra and Brahma and Vishnu are posts that can be attained by sadhana. It says, Nandi says, Shiva says in Varaha Purana 213th chapter, Brahmatvam, Lokapalatvam, Shakratvam. I am ready to give you the post of Indra, Brahma and Vishnu. What you want, let me know. And in Upamanyu Maharshi says, Brahmatvam Keshavatvam Shakratvam, Anushasana Parvam, chapter 18, verse 64. My Mahadeva, it is nothing is impossible for him. He can give me the post of Indra, Keshava and Brahma. So Pushtanam Patage, which means the Lord of all wealthy people means the Lord of Indra, Brahma and Vishnu. And then Kshetranam Pataye Namaha. He is the Lord of the Kshetras. Annapurna Sameta Kashi Vishveshwaraya Namaha. Apita Kuchalambal Sameta Tiruvannamalai Arunachaleshwaraya Namaha. Shivakama Sundari Sameta Chidambar Natrajaya Namaha. Kamalambika Sameta Tiruvarur Tyagaraja Namaha. Kashi Tiruvannamalai Chidambaram Tyagaraja. And there is one more, Kanchi. Kanchi Kamakshi Sameta Kanchi Ekambaranata Namaha. All these 5 places are really the greatest of all Shiva Kshetras. It is described in one of the places in the Skanda Purana, Arunachala Mahatmyam. Kanchi, just by staying in Kanchi, one attains liberation. Kashi, one who leaves his body in Kashi will attain liberation. And one who has the darshan of Chidambara Natraja will attain liberation. And then one who is born in Tiruvarur attains liberation. One who does smaranam, just smaranam of Arunachaleshwara attains liberation. These 5 kshetrams are really important, guys. And of course, Kashi is glorified to a greater extent, even in the Upanishads. But yes, Tiruvannamalai and Tiruvarur and Chidambaram and Kanchi also should be given importance. So, Kshetranam Patage, he is the Lord of all the kshetras. And then Atata Visvarupaya Vananam Pataye Namaha. Atata Visvarupaya, the one who has the bow and the arrow in his hands to protect the entire universe. We see how everybody come as a puppet. Everybody acts as a puppet in the hands of Mahadeva and Tripura Samharam. The sun and moon, they come as the wheels of the chariot. And then the 4 horses become the 4 Vedas. Brahma becomes the charioteer. And then the Meru mountain becomes the bow. And then Vasuki becomes the string of the bow. And then Vishnu becomes the arrow. And then Vayu becomes the feathers in the shaft, arrow shaft. And then Kalagni Rudra becomes the tip of the arrow. And then he releases the arrow, pulling the string. We saw in the first Anuvakam where our dear Skanda gives a meditation. Dhyana Margam. He says how to meditate. We have to meditate on Mahadeva, where he pulls the string, holds the bow and pulls the string of the bow until his ears. He's about to shoot the arrow. And like that, Atata Visvarupaya, which means the bow, one who has the bow and the arrow in his hands to protect the entire universe. And then Atata Visvarupaya Vananam Patage Namaha. Vananam, he is the Lord of the forest. He comes as a hunter in front of Arjuna. Arjuna shows his ahankara. Mahadeva comes in the form of a hunter to test Arjuna. Arjuna says, I am the disciple of Drona. I am the best disciple of Drona. And I am the son of Pandu. So, an ordinary hunter cannot defeat me. He says, he shows his ahankara, complete arrogance. And then Mahadeva, he has a duel with Mahadeva. And then he is not able to fight Mahadeva. He is completely, he becomes tired. And they have a fist fight. He gets defeated in that. They have a duel in archery. And then he gets defeated. And then he will say, Arjuna say, hey, wait, I think, I will get energy by worshipping Mahadeva. And then I will come and fight you. You will not be able to withstand me. Arjuna will say that to the hunter, who is actually Mahadeva. And then there Shiva, he would have built a beautiful Shivalinga. And then he would worship that. He would offer the leaves on the Shivalinga. And then Arjuna will see the leaves are completely disappearing. Oh, where it is going. And then he will suddenly see the leaves, whatever he offered at the feet of Mahadeva. And then he will realize, oh, I am the greatest sinner. And then he will fall flat. Sashtanga Namaskara. Sashtanga Namaskara means your hands, your body, your face and your legs touching the ground. And then Mahadeva shows his divine form, Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu, he says Divya. He gives Divya Chakshu to Arjuna to see his divine form. And that's where we see in Bhagavad Gita also, Pashyame Yogamaishwaram Paramam Rupamaishwaram. Drishtavanasi tam devam Vishvaksham Vishvatomukam Pratyaksham Sarvesham Rudram Sarva Jaganmayam Kurma Puranam 129:58. Vyasa says to Arjuna, you remember the divine supreme form of Mahadeva that was shown before the war, and Hrishikesha came as guru for you. Do you remember that? That's what Vyasa asks to Arjuna. And here it says, Pashyame Yogam Aishwaram. Krishna is speaking from the Antaratma Bhava. Paramhi Brahmakatitam Yoga Yuktena Tanmaya. He says in the Ashwamedha Parvam, 16th chapter, 13th verse, Oh Arjuna, I cannot recite the Bhagavad Gita again because I was united with Mahadeva, that Parabrahma Mahadeva, when reciting Bhagavad Gita. Pashyame Yogam Aishwaram, Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. Where divine eyes is given in Bhagavad Gita also for Arjuna to see the supreme form of Mahadeva. Virupebhyo Vishwarupebhyaschapo Namo Namo. He alone is Vishwarupi. Urdvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. He alone is all pervading. Vishpatas Chakshuruta Vishpato Mukho. This Vishpatas Chakshuruta Vishpato Mukho, that verse comes in the Shiva Sankalpa Upanishad, verse 26, Mahanarayana Upanishad, and also it comes in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Again, very specific verse for Mahadeva, where his everywhere the Vishwam is his eyes, the Vishwam is his hands, feet, legs, everything. Hands, feet, and face and eyes. It says, and then Vananam Patage Namaha. And then here also he gives his Divya Chakshu to see his divine form, and then he sees the divine form of Mahadeva, and then he falls at the feet, and Mahadeva gives him the Pashupata weapon, Mahapashupata Astra. And Nagalinga Garu quotes that just by having that Pashupata he was powerful. He did not use that in the war anywhere. But just by having that Pashupata, that made both Krishna and Arjuna powerful. And that's why he will forget the mantras to invoke the Pashupata. And then Krishna and Arjuna, both of them will go to, we saw that in the beginning, both of them will again go to Mount Kailash, Mainavaka Parvata, and there they will meditate. Bhavaya, Rudraya, Somaya, Nilakantaya, Nilagrivaya, Rudram verses completely. They chant the Shatarudriyam in front of Mahadeva. And then Mahadeva gives the Pashupata again. So just by having that Pashupata, Krishna and Arjuna were powerful. Nagalinga Garu states that. And it's not Nagalinga Garu himself stating. Nagalinga Garu gives pramanam. Whatever he talks, he gives pramanam. It is stated in the Karna Parva. He doesn't concoct something. So he gives the pramanam from the Karna Parva that it says, just by having the Mahapashupata weapon, that made Krishna and Arjuna completely powerful. And we also see that Shiva comes to help Arjuna, because Arjuna felt like, okay, fine, I'm not, I feel like I'm not actually hitting my enemies. There is some divine Purusha who comes and then hits them, smashes them off, and then I feel like my arrows are hitting the dead bodies. Oh Vyasa, please enlighten me. Who is that ultimate Purusha? And then Vyasa glorifies completely for 2 chapters. 2 chapters he glorifies Mahadeva. He talks about the glories of Mahadeva. There's Samba Shiva who is coming in favor to favor you and Krishna, and that's why you're able to win the war. Vananam Pataye Namaha, Rohitayasta Pataye, Vrikshanam Pataye Namaha. Vrikshanam, we saw, he's the lord of the trees. And then Rohitaya is red in color. Vilohita, Nila Lohita. Now red in color. Okay, one might get confused, right? He is described as camphor white or golden. But if you see the rays, Asavyo Vasarpati Nilagrivo Vilohitaha, one should meditate on Mahadeva, Samba Shiva in the middle of the sun. And if you see the rays of the sun, it is red in color. And that's why Mahadeva is also described as that red, Rohitaya. Namaste Mantrine Sakshat Kakshanam Pataye Namaha. Mantrine. Mantrine means the mantras, the 7 crore mantras in the Vedas refer to only Mahadeva, and out of which Shatarudriyam is the essence. We saw that how the 5 Vedas are there, including Yajurvedam and Krishna Yajurvedam, Shukla Yajurvedam. So if you split that into 2, there are 5 Vedas, and the middle, the one that comes in the middle is Krishna Yajurvedam. The one that comes in the middle of Krishna Yajurvedam is Taittiriya Samhita. The one that comes in the middle of Taittiriya Samhita is the 4th Kanda, and within that is the 5th chapter. Chaturtha Kande Panchama Prapataka. That 5th chapter is Rudram, and within that Rudram is the heart, and the middle is the essence of the Vedas. Within that is Namah Shivaya mantram, which is the center. The center for Namah Shivaya is Shiva Shiva. Shiva Shiva Yengila Devamamava. Tirumular states. One can attain the post of Indra, Brahma and Vishnu by chanting Shiva Shiva. Namo Mantrine. And also the Panchabrahma mantras are really important, guys. Panchabrahma mantras are glorified everywhere. Sadyojata Vamadeva Agora Tatpurusha. Ishana mantras. Mukani Panchopanishadastavesha Yais Ashtottara Mantra Vargaha Yattat Chivakyam Paramatma Tattvam. 8729 Bhagavatam. When the Hala poison comes, there also see. When the Hala poison comes, everybody including Indra, Brahma and Vishnu, they go and glorify Mahadeva. 15 beautiful verses. We can see that later. Also, in that one of the verses says, Mukani Panchopanishadastavesha Yais Trimshat Ashtottara Mantra Vargaha. From your 5 faces came the 38 important mantras, which is the essence of the Vedas. That is Sadyojata Vamadeva Agora Tatpurusha Ishana. When you split the mantras for Sadyojata Vamadeva Agora Tatpurusha Ishana, we can see that later there will be 38 syllables exactly. That's what? That's why Yais Trimshat Ashtottara. Ashtottara 8. Trimshat 30. 38 syllables. That 38 syllabled mantra is the essence of the Vedas. And of course, Rudram is also the essence. But Panchabrahmam is also equally glorified. That's Samba Shiva. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram Panchavatrakam. Right? So, that is also equally important. Sakshat Kakshanam Pataye Namaha. And he is the protector of everything. Protector of all the creatures. He is the ultimate protector of everything. Kakshanam Pataye Namaha. Oshadinam Chapataye Namak Sakshat Paratmane. Again, which means that he is the ultimate protector and he is the present as the Paramatmane. Paratmane. Para Atma. Para means the supreme. Atma means the supreme soul. That's why Paratmane. He is the supreme soul residing as the Antaratma within everybody. Krit Pundarikam Virajam Vishuddham. And also Krit Pankaja Swakrit Pankaja Shaginam Darshayamasa Devana Murari Lingamaishwaram. Vishnu shows his heart to the Devas in 136.23, first canto, 36th chapter, 23rd verse in Vamana Purana. And they see the resplendent shining Linga, Parashakti and Paramashiva together in the heart of in the heart of Vishnu. And Vishnu is eternally meditating on Mahadeva and Parashakti in his heart. And he is watching the Ananda Tandavam of Mahadeva eternally. That's how the Chidambaram story also starts, right? We saw that in the first stuti, in the prelogue. Sakshat Paratmane. Uchchair Goshaya Devaya Pathinam Pataye Namaha. Uchchair Goshaya. Now, a war is happening between two opponents, and it says that the sound that the soldiers, right, they recite actually. Usually they recite Hara Hara Mahadeva, and then the war starts off. The sound that comes from the soldiers during the fight of the war is Mahadeva. And he is known for protecting his devotees. We saw that how he protects Krishna and Arjuna and how he protects everybody. Shweta Maharshi, Markandeya, everybody. He is the ultimate protector of every creature in the entire universe. That sound is described as Mahadeva. That's why it says Namo Dundubhyayacha. Namo Dundubhyayacha Hananyayacha Namak. In that way Rudram says Dundubi. The drum, the sound that comes from by beating the drum is Mahadeva. And Kapardinecha Polastayecha Namo. In the 9th Anuvakam it says he is the protector of his devotees. He stands in front of his devotees and he protects. Nothing can be done to the devotees of Mahadeva. And then Sakamanaya Uchchair Goshaya Devaya Pattinam Pataye Namaha. And then we saw that he is the protector of the devotees. And Sattvanam Pataye Tubhyam Dhananam Pataye Namaha. Again, Sattvanam means the one who rushes, completely the one who rushes to save his devotees. He comes for Beja Mahadevi. She's about to leave her life. She says, oh Mahadeva, the story of Beja Mahadevi is really interesting. Completely it will make one melt. She thinks initially She worships Mahadeva and then she thinks he drank the poison, he has the ashes all over his body, and then he doesn't have nice dress. Had he ever had a mother, his mother would have never allowed to heat him poison. His mother would have never allowed him to wear the garments of tiger skin or lion skin. So since he doesn't have a mother, that's why we say, like when Menavati and Himavan ask, what is your Gotram? It is for getting married to Parvati Mata. What is your Gotram and what lineage you are coming from? I don't have a mother and father and I don't have a Gotram. Note Gotram Naisha Janmapi. I don't have a Gotram. I don't have mother and father. And Beja Mahadevi says, okay, fine. So that's why I think he doesn't have a mother. And that's why he is behaving like this. He drank the poison. He doesn't have anyone to take care. So let me become his mother and take care of him. And she applies oil and she offers food and everything. And Mahadeva comes in the form of Bala Shiva to consume whatever she offers. Complete, unflinching, unadulterated love. Beja Mahadevi. And then Beja Mahadevi, one day Lord Shiva did not have the food, and then Beja Mahadevi says, are you angry on me, child? Why are you not taking the food today? I'm very, I'm perplexed. Please consume the food or else I'll leave my life. Because this is motherly affection towards her child. Mahadeva himself, she considers her child. And then Mahadeva appears in front of her. What do you want? And Beja Mahadevi says, that time also she says, I don't want anything. She doesn't consider him to be the Lord of the universe. The Lord of Brahma, Vishnu and Indra is in front of me. She doesn't consider like that. She says, oh, my child has come. What will a mother ask from a child? Oh, Shiva. He has to be happy. He has to be smiling. He has to be healthy. And that is what I want from you. You have to be healthy, you have to be happy, and you have to be smiling. Promise me that. Very cute. It will run into tears by reading the story of Beja Mahadevi. And then Mahadeva says, you have to become the grandmother of the entire universe. Beja Mahadevi, you are the grandmother. Why? Jagataha pitaro vante Parvati Parameshwarau. Jagan Mata is Parashakti, Jagat Pita is Parameshwara. And then, so since Beja Mahadevi has become the mother of Parameshwara, she is the grandmother of this entire universe. And then she eternally goes back to Parakailasha. So like that, we have very interesting things. The one who rushes to save his devotees, even Rudra Pashupati Nayanar. Very beautiful. And there are many other examples, like in the Puranas, we have Markandeya, Shweta Maharshi, Gautama Maharshi, Shvetashvatara Maharshi, he comes. And also, there are many examples. He creates Skanda from his third eye to kill Tarakasura. Everybody, including Brahma and Vishnu, are trembling. They don't know a way to kill Tarakasura, because Tarakasura would have got an intelligent boon. Only the son of Mahadeva can kill me. If death has to come to me, it should be only through the son of Mahadeva. So Brahma and Vishnu were trembling. They were not able to do anything. And then Mahadeva creates Skanda from his third eye, from the fireball that emanated from the third eye of Mahadeva. Skanda was created. And again, like Skanda has that virya of Mahadeva, so he is eternal. And then he eliminates Tarakasura. So the one who rushes to save his devotees, that was Sattvanam pataye tubhyam, Dhananam pataye namaha. Dhanam, Dhanyam Pashum Putralabham. One who wants material desires. Then Mahadeva is the ultimate. But very important is how we utilize that. There is, okay, it is good in asking Dhanam, but utilizing that for Mahadeva is the highest of all. Utilizing that for your own self-satisfaction, that's not going to help you. That's not going to do anything to you at the end of the day. You're going to be there for 30 or 40 years and then you're going to disappear. All the money, everything, whatever you have, your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, your friends, your relatives, your money, your possessions, everything is going to disappear. But asking Dhanam from Mahadeva to glorify him, to build temples for him, to give the Dhanam for Mahadeva, to segregate a portion of money for Shiva Bhaktas, that is, in that way our mood should be. That is how you have to ask. That is the reason why I have to ask Dhanam. Dhananam Pataye Namaha. He is the Lord of giving material desires. Sahamanaya Shantaya Shankaraya Namo Namaha. Sahamanaya. Before going this, Sahamanaya is the third Anuvakam. Till now, whatever we saw is completely the mantras from the second Anuvakam. And our dear Skanda, he gives a beautiful Dhyana mantra. We can see that. Medarajya Vashitvama Varavadu Shatru Kshayadyam Phalam Bhaktanam Pradishantam Isham Rishina Manduka Namna Chiram Gyatam Rudramaham Bhaje Surataror Mule Nishannam Sada Gaurya Mauktika Bhushana Bhushitanga Mamalam Balendu Gangadaram. This is very beautiful. It's good that I remembered this by the grace of Lord Shiva. It says, I worship Mahadeva along with Gauri Mata. And who is wearing a Ganga and crescent moon, and who is adorned with the pearl ornaments. He is in the form of Sundareshwara. And this is meditated, this form is meditated by our dear Manduka Maharshi. He only gave the Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad is given by Manduka Maharshi. And the entire second Anuvakam, the Rishi is Manduka Maharshi for Rudram, and for this Dhyana Slokam also given by our dear Skanda, the Rishi is Manduka. Mandukya Upanishad is also glorifying Mahadeva only. The entire second Anuvakam, the Rishi is Manduka Maharshi. And then moving on to the mantras from the third Anuvakam. Sahamanaya Shantaya Shankaraya Namo Namaha. Sahamanaya, he is ever victorious. Nothing can conquer him. Drishnavecha Brahmrishayacha, Rudram says. He is unconquerable. Conquered only by one way, by true unflinching bhakti. Sahamanaya, ever victorious. That's why Avvayar says, when Skanda questions Avvayar, Periyadu Yadu, what is Brihat? She gives a list, entire list, Brahma, Vishnu, and then she says that Adi Parashakti, ultimately, Adi Parashakti is the supreme of all. And that Adi Parashakti is the Ardhangini of Mahadeva. That Mahadeva alone is the supreme. And then she says one more. There is one more that is greater than Mahadeva. Now, what is this? Right? Because the Vedas say Paraat Parataro Brahma, Tatparaat Parato Harihi, Tatparaat Parato Ishas Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. There is nothing that is greater than Mahadeva. There is nothing that is equal to Mahadeva. Eko Rudro Nat Dvitiyaya. But Avvayar says there is one thing that is greater than Mahadeva. That is the Shiva Bhaktas. Because through their devotion, they tie Mahadeva. Mahadeva becomes bound. In Matsya Puranam, when Parvati Mata is married to Mahadeva and then she goes to Kailasha, there Mahadeva is actually completely playing with his ganas. He is it's like he is serving one gana, and also he is giving food to one gana, Shiva gana, and then he jumps on the shoulders of one Shiva gana, and then like that he is this is told in Matsya Puranam, the pastimes. And then Parvati says to Mahadeva, oh Lord, I am not sure whether you are the Lord of these ganas or these ganas are the Lord of you. And then to that Shiva says, I will sacrifice everything in this entire universe. I will ignore even Indra, Brahma and Vishnu, but I cannot ignore the Shiva ganas. I am bound by their bhakti, he says. He is the Bhakta Vatsala. Bhaktam Bhaktanam, Bhakta Vatsalam. Bhakta Vatsala is one of the names that comes in the Shiva Ashtotram given by Vishnu to Gauri Mata, which comes in the Shankara Samhita. So, Sahamanaya, Shantaya, Shankaraya Namo Namaha. Shankara again, very beautiful. Shankaraya Chamayaskaraya Chanamak Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. 8th Anuvakam, Rudram. Atharvashika. Shiva Ekodhyayaha Shivam Karaha. The doer of good. The Vishvashankara, the doer of the good to the entire universe. Shankara, the one who does good. Shambhu, also the one who does good. Adinam Patage Tubhyam Vyadinam Patage Namaha. Vyadi means disease. We are all bound by the disease, right? That's why in Kanchi he is called as Juragareshwara. In Chennai there is a temple called Marindishwara, and there is Vaidishwara, there is Vaidyanatha. He is the Lord. He is the doctors of the doctors. He is the doctor of the doctors. And then Adinam Patage Tubhyam. They're like if someone has some kind of like mind problems, they go and look at a psychiatrist. And then even the psychiatrist of the psychiatrist is described as Mahadeva. Adinam patage tubhyam. Adinam means the mind problems. You have hallucination, those kind of things. And Vyadinam patage namaha. He is the doctor of the doctors. And Kakubaya namastubhyam namaste stu nishangine. Kakubaya. He is the best of all. Namo ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो ज्येष्ठा. He is the best of all. And Shrestha, Vamadevaya namo, Jyeshtaya namo, Shrestaya namo. He is the best of all. Kakubaya means the best. And then he is present everywhere. Digvasase. All the directions are his clothes. Digvasase. North, east, south and west are his clothes actually. Are his garments. And then Nishangine. And the verses that come now are really going to be very interesting. It describes Mahadeva to be the lord of the thieves. Namastestu Nishangine. Nishangine means the one who holds the sword. Chandrahas is the sword of Mahadeva. He holds the sword. And then he, in the Panchamukha form also, in the right hand, one of the right hands, Dashabhuja, so 5 on the right and 5 on the left. In one of the hands, he holds the sword. And this is how we have to meditate on Mahadeva. Crores and crores of Kandarpas, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya. Kandarpa Koti. Kamadeva is very beautiful, but thousands and thousands of millions, crores and crores of Kamadeva are arising from the body of Mahadeva. And Mahadeva is Sundareshwara. There is no one equal to him in beauty. Abhirami Sameta, Abhiramaya Namaha. The most beautiful lady is Parashakti. The most beautiful man is Paramashiva. Nishangine Namastubhyam. Namastestu Nishangine. Stenanam Pataye Tubhyam. Kritrimaya Namo Namaha. Stenanam Pataye Tubhyam. He is the lord of all the thieves. We saw Rudra Pashupati Nayanar. When a thief came to his house and stole something, if we would have been in the place of Rudra Pashupati Nayanar, we would have cursed him, or we would have completely cursed him and bet him. But Rudra Pashupati Nayanar thought, oh, Mahadeva himself has come to my house and stole something. How fortunate I am. I am the most fortunate. And he started chanting Rudram, dancing. He's a Mahapashupata. Started chanting Rudram. Why? Stenanam patage. Nishangina ishudimate taskaranam patage. Namo namo vanchate parivanchate stayunam patage. Namo namo nicherave paricharayaranyanam patage. Namo namo srikavibhyo jagagam sabhyo mushnatam patage. Namo namo. He's the lord of the thieves. Nicherave. Vanchate parivanchate. What does it mean? Vanchate parivanchate. Wherever you go, wherever the thieves are there, that lord of those thieves also is Mahadeva. Vanchate parivanchate. And here there is another meaning also, right? We saw that he takes away all the sins completely. He is Hara, Papa Harine. There is nothing to steal from us for Mahadeva. What is there for Mahadeva to steal from us? He is the giver of prosperity to Indra. He is the giver of Lakshmi to Vishnu. He is the giver of the positions of Indra, Brahma and Vishnu to the Jivatmas. And he is the giver of prosperity to Brahma also, Brahma, Vishnu and Indra. So what is there for Mahadeva to steal from us means we have done crores and crores of sins in crores and crores of births. He comes and steals those sins and gives us mukti. Gives us sanidhya mukti. Eternal, perpetual stay near the lotus feet of Paramashiva, Sanidhya. He steals away all the sins. And also, he steals one more thing. One of the Nayanar state, Yen Ullam Kavaram Kalvan. Oh, the thief who stole my heart. When your bhakti becomes intense, Shiva bhakti becomes intense, he will steal your heart. You see, Kannappa Nayanar, Beja Mahadevi story is really, right, makes you completely cry in devotion. Rudra Pashupati Nayanar also. Kannappa Nayanar, he is, because there is a Brahmana who is thinking that he was superior to Kannappa Nayanar. And he noticed that Kannappa Nayanar was offering all sorts of nonsense things to Lord Shiva. And then he felt, and then a divine sound appeared to the Brahmana. And then Lord Shiva said to the Brahmana, you just wait behind the tree and then you see what Kannappa is doing. And then Kannappa comes and then he looks at Lord Shiva and then he says, oh Mahadeva, you have become very weak. You have become very weak. I will get some good food for you, definitely. See, only a devotee can understand. Because he completely is in love with the divine form of Mahadeva. He knows whether Lord Shiva is weak or not. And then suddenly, blood oozes out of the eyes of Mahadeva, of the right, in the right eye of Mahadeva. And then he doesn't know to do anything. He doesn't have anybody around. And then he cries, literally. And then he cries and then he places his hands in the eyes to wipe his tears. And then he realizes, oh yes, I have the eyes, right? I can give the eyes. And then he plucks out his third eye. And then he keeps on the right eye of Mahadeva. And then blood oozes out in the left eye. And then what he does, he places his right foot on the left eye of Mahadeva. Why? Because if he removes his left eye, see, in this also there is love. He's not insulting Mahadeva. Our mood would be insult to Mahadeva, but he is not insulting Mahadeva. He out of his love. Because if he removes his left eye, he will not be able to see, right? So in order to, he will place his right toe on the left eye of Mahadeva and remove his left eye and place it. And then Mahadeva's divine form appears. Mahadeva appears in front of him. Kannappa, let's go for hunting. And then Kannappa disappears. He goes back to Parakailasha to serve Mahadeva eternally. Now there is one difference. Kannappa offers his eyes. Vishnu also offers his eyes. But there is one difference. There is unflinching, unadulterated love in Kannappa. But in Vishnu's offering his eye, there was an expectation. Vishnu wanted to get a divine weapon so that he could destroy the Asuras. There was an expectation. There was a material desire in Vishnu. But Kannappa offering his eye, there was no expectation. That is unadulterated love. So Kannappa Nayanar is greater than Vishnu. And then we see Akka Mahadevi, some of the vachanas. Oh swarm of bees, oh mango trees, oh moon, oh cuckoo birds, I beg you all for one thing. If you see my Lord Shiva anywhere, please call me and show him to me. She asks, she talks to the trees and birds and everything. Completely in Madhura Bhavam. And then Lord Shiva, she sings, hear me if you will, ignore me if you want, but I cannot be without singing your praises. Accept me if you want. Or ignore me, but I cannot be without embracing you and worshipping you. Akka Mahadevi's vachanas, very beautiful in Madhura Bhava. En ullam kavaram kalvan. So when your Shiva Bhakti becomes intense, he steals your heart. So like that we see that those are the names. Nishangina. Stenanam patage tubhyam kritrimaya namo namaha taskaranam namastubhyam patage papaharine vanchate parivanchate stayunam patage namaha namo nicherave tubhyam aranya patage namaha ushnishine namastubhyam namaste paramatmane. And then Paramatmane, we saw that he is the Paramatma. Tasya ashikaya madhye Paramatma vyavastitaha. Comes in the Mahanarayana Upanishad. And then Kaivalya Upanishad also Evam Viditvaya. Before the Shatarudriyam, before mentioning about the Shatarudriyam verse in the Kaivalya Upanishad, the second last verse says, Evam Viditva Paramatma Rupam Guhashayam Nishkalamadvitiyam Samastasaksham Satasatvihinam Prayati Shuddham Paramatma Rupam. The Jiva attains that Rupa, Sarupyam of that Paramatma Mahadeva. That's what it says. So Paramatma, the word Paramatma also comes in many places in the Upanishads, referring to Mahadeva, who is the inner soul, super soul within all the living entities and also within the heart of the Devas. Devanagam Hridayebhyo Namo. Stugishritam Gartasadam Yuvanam Mriganna Bhimamupa Hatma Mugram, who resides in the heart. Vistritaya Namastubhyam Amasinaya Namo Namaha. Vistritaya Namastubhyam Amasinaya Namo Namaha. Vistritaya, all pervading. He is present everywhere. His presence is present. His presence is everywhere. Sarvo vai Rudraha. Vishvadipo Rudro Maharshihi. Purusho vai Rudraha. With Stula Murti. Stula Murtir Maheshyasya. Stula Murtir Maheshasya. Jagat Vyaptam. It comes in the Sutta Samhita, Brihaspati, Shivastuti. Stula Murti Maheshasya. That Parakailasha, that Mahadeva who is present in the Parakailasha, with his Stula Murti, he pervades the entire universe. Everything is his energy. This universe is energy. Vistritaya. Namastubhyam. Amasinaya Namo Namaha. And then Shayanaya Namastubhyam. Amasinaya. And Shayanaya. He is the one who is lying down. Amasinaya means one who is sitting down. And then Shayanaya Namastubhyam Sushuptaya Namo Namaha. Sushupta means one who is sleeping. Prabuddha, one who is awake. Prabuddhaya Namastubhyam. So one who is sleeping, one who is eating, one who is lying down, one who is sleeping. And then everything is in the third Anuvakam it comes. And then Sthiraya Paramatmane. Sthira means immovable. Right? We saw. He came as an Agni Stamba before Brahma and Vishnu, and he destroyed the Ahankara of Brahma and Vishnu. That is one meaning. And the other meaning for Sthira is perennial. Perennial means eternal, infinite. One who has been living for a long time. We cannot say he has been living for a long time. We can say that for Indra, Brahma and Vishnu. But Mahadeva, you cannot find a time where he was not there. He is eternal. That's why he doesn't have a father and mother. He doesn't have a Gotram. He is eternal. Purvajaya cha, Parajaya cha namo, Madhyamaya cha, Pakalpaya cha namo. Purvajaya cha, he was present before everybody. There was nothing that was present before him. Paramatmane, again Paramatma, the word comes. And final verse, guys. Sabharupayate nityam, again interesting. Sabharupayate nityam, Sabhayah pataye namaha, Namak Shivaya Sambaya Brahmane Sarvasakshine. Sabharupaya, Sabhabhyas Sabhapativyascha namo namo. Sabhapati, he is described as Sabhapati. In the dancer in the cosmic hall. The cosmic hall is actually Sabha, Kanaka Sabha, golden hall. And he is the Pati of that Sabha. Sabhabhyas Sabhapativyas. He is the Lord of that Kanaka Sabha also. The Sabharupaya, he himself is present as the cosmic hall. Te Nityam, you are eternal. Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya. It comes Nityaya, he is eternal. We are all Anityam. From the blade of a grass till Vishnu, everything is Anityam. But Adi Parashakti and Paramashiva and his devotees alone are Nityam. Sabhayah pataye namaha. Sabhapativyascha namo namo. Chidambara Nataraja, he dances. Everybody, like when Mahadeva is dancing in the cosmic hall, Brahma, he sings the Nadaswaram. Vishnu, he beats the drums along with Lakshmi. And then Shivakama Sundari, she stays beside Mahadeva and watches very beautifully. And everybody is serving. We saw Vyagrapada also and Patanjali. Now Patanjali, who was the incarnation of Adisesha, since he was a snake, he thought everyone were serving Mahadeva. Brahma, Vishnu, Indra, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Indrani and Shivakama Sundari is watching. Everybody, Ganapati, Kartikeya are serving Mahadeva in one way. But since I'm a snake, how can I serve Mahadeva? And then he becomes an ornament in the feet of Mahadeva. And in that way, Patanjali Adisesha attains mukti, goes back to Kailasha, Parakailasha. He becomes an ornament in the feet of Mahadeva. How can a snake favor? He cannot beat the drums, he cannot sing Nadaswaram. That's why he becomes an ornament in the feet of Mahadeva. That feet of Mahadeva which even Brahma and Vishnu are searching for. Namak Shivaya. We saw that Sutta Samhita Brihaspati Stuti starts off with Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Somaya, Saputraya, Trishuline. Namah Shivaya. Panchakshara mantram which is present in the center of the Vedas. There is nothing that is equal to this mantra. There is nothing that is greater than this mantra. Just like Mahadeva is the greatest of the greatest, this mantra is the greatest of the greatest. There is nothing that is equivalent to this mantra. Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Yangila Devamumava. And we see the Panchakshara Mahima many places. Even Haradatta Sivacharya in his lifetime, there was one person who by mistake kills the cow, Gohati, and then Haradatta says, don't worry, just chant Shiva Shiva and all his sins would perish. And okay, what is so like there will be some people who will not believe Haradatta, and then they will come to him and ask him, how am I supposed to believe? And then they will say, offer the Arugampul. Arugampul, I don't know the right English meaning for that. Arugampul is usually offered to Vinayaka and Nandi. Arugampul, offer the Arugampul to Nandi. If he eats it, then whatever I said is true. and they will offer to Nandi and Nandi will eat it. So Shiva is enough to destroy all your sins, and Shiva is enough to take you to Parakailasham, Mahakailasham, which is the highest world that one can attain. Namah Shivaya, Sambaya. Shiva plus Amba, Shiva plus Uma is Soma. Shiva plus Amba is Samba. Adi Parashakti is eternally with Mahadeva. Inseparable. Samba. Sauramandala Madhyastham Sambam Samsaravesham Nilagrivam Virupaksham Namami Shivam Avyayam. First verse of Parashara Upapurana. Sambaya. Brahmane Sarvasakshini. Brahmane, you are that ultimate supreme reality. Brahma means the Chaturmukha Brahma. Brahma means the supreme absolute truth. Radhagam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaretam Virupaksham. Param Brahma. You are the supreme absolute truth. Ishanak Sarva Vidyanam, Ishvarak Sarva Bhutanam, Brahmadipatir, Brahmanodipatir Brahma, Shivome Astu Sada Shivom. Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma, Eko Rudro na Dvitiyaya, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, Sarvo Vai Rudraha. See how the epithets, how the Vakyams in the Vedas only align with Mahadeva. Sarvo Vai, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That Brahman is present everywhere. And of course, the true understanding is he is present in the heart. The Vishishtadvaitam sense only will make sense. The Vishishtadvaitic message only will make sense. That Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That Brahman is all pervading everywhere. The Shiva is that's why it says Sarvo Vai Rudraha. That's Tula Murtir Maheshasya Jagat Vyaptam. He is pervading everywhere. And then Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma. That Brahman is one without a second. Eko Rudro na Dvitiyaya. Which comes in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 3rd chapter, 2nd verse, Atharva Shiras Upanishad, Taitriya Aranyakam, Yajurvedam, 1st canto, 8th chapter, 6th verse, Pratipurusham Ekakapala Nirvapatyekamatiriktam Yavanto Grihya Aspaspatebhyaha Kamakaram Pashunagam Sharmasi Sharma Yajamanasya Sharmame Yachaika Eva Rudro Nadvitiyaya. 3 places in the Vedas, Abhilasha Ashtakam starts off with this Eko Rudro Nadvitiyaya. In the Vyasa Ashtakam also, Vyasa says Eko Rudro Nadvitiyaya. Shvetashvatara Maharshi is a devotee of Lord Shiva. You see that. And Brahmane, Sarva Sakshine, he is the ultimate witness. We saw that we cannot have 2 faces. We can have 2 faces in front of people around us. Having one thing in the mind and implementing something else. Having 2 faces, we can cheat people around us, but we cannot cheat Mahadeva, who is the Sarva Sakshi. He is eternally watching you. He is present in the heart, and Vishwatas Chakshuruta. Entire universe is present as his eyes. You cannot cheat him. Sarva Sakshi, he is the ultimate eternal witness. So with this, I thank you for giving me this opportunity. I will chant the Pranam mantra. I will chant the Kshama Prarthana mantra, and then we can take up some questions. Om Yadaksharapadabhrishtam Matrahinam Tayadbhavet Tatsarvam Shamyatam Deva Parameshwara Namostute Visargabindu Matrani Padapadaksharaani Cha Yunani Cha Tiriktani Kshamasva Parameshwara Aparada Sagasrani Kriyante Harnisham Maya Daso Yimitima Matva Kshamasva Parameshwara Anyata Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karanya Bhavena Raksha Parameshwari Anyata Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karanya Bhavena Raksha Parameshwara Etat Sarvam Shri Uma Maheshwara Parabrahmarpanamastu Lalitambike Sambashivarpanamastu श्रीमती गौरी समेत सांब शिवार्पणमस्तु करचरणकृतं वाक्कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा अपराधं विहितम् अविहितं वा सर्वं एतत् क्षमस्व जय जय करुणा अब्धे श्री महादेव शम्भो माता च पार्वती देवी पिता देवो महेश्वर बन्धवा शिवभक्तांश्च स्वदेशो भुवनत्रयं सांब शिवाय नमः सांब शिवाय नमः सांब शिवाय नमः हर ओं तत्सत्।